night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah.
presentation of BFA Sports.
They are standing for the national anthem. We're live in Swedesboro, New Jersey, home of the Kingsway Dragons. Tonight, the regular season ends. Williamstown as the Braves take on the Dragons here tonight, live on BFA Sports. Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Lozzi along with Mike Shute. We're bundled up here tonight on a chilly night here in Swedesboro. For the Braves, they're coming in at 3-5, an opportunity with a win last week against Delsea to even their record and probably host a playoff game. Now they're looking at for seeding, but they should be in the postseason this year.
And that's, really what you aim for, right? You want to give yourself a chance to keep that season going.
Can I redo mine right now?
Let's wait for the national anthem.
Does that look better? Dave, is that any better? Yeah, I got one left. I'll just hit it.
Most stirring rendition of the national anthem tonight here in Kingsway as we welcome you to the final broadcast of the regular season, the Dragons and the Braves. Chris Lozzi with Mike Shute as usual, the BFA Sports crew here tonight as we wrap up the regular season, and this is pretty much for seeding. We talked about that before the anthem. Williamstown was basically the victim of an unfortunate finish to a game last week where a very costly penalty, some say questionable, and it put the Braves, that would have put them at a 1st and goal at the 3-yard line inside of a minute, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. So, because of the penalty. How does a team like this respond to that?
And that's the question, right? That's the big question of the day. That's the big question for this team. How do you come back from that situation? But, when you look at Williamstown and what they've done all season long, Chris, it's kind of been coming back from adversity here and there. The Braves come into today 3-5 overall, 0-3 in the West Jersey Football League Classic Division, but they lost their first two tough games. They lost those first two to Seneca and Shawnee by a combined 11 points. Came back and got the win at Chichester, Pennsylvania to put themselves at 1-2. Then another tough game with Timber Creek, followed by another killer against Washington Township. So they really started off 1-4, reel off a couple of wins in a row. A big win at RV. They topped Cherokee, so 2 games maybe, I think when you started the season, you might have thought they're not, they wouldn't have been favored necessarily in those games. But they won both of those. Played a tough one last week against Delsea. Almost had their first 3-game winning streak in a few years and put together a good effort. Just came up a little bit short. But, every year we talk about it, or at least this whole year we've talked about it, every single team they've played has been a playoff team from last season. So it's a tough schedule every week. this one's no different. You've got Kingsway coming in 6-2 overall, 2-1 in division play. They lost a tough one to Washington Township last week. So this is, going to be an interesting matchup. Both teams coming off tough losses.
And it's those 2 wins back-to-back that pretty much positioned Frank Fusciotto and his Braves into the regular season. Zach Burlingame gets things started tonight, 56 degrees, and it's going to get more than that. Here's Prunty, and he takes the opening kickoff, and he gets to the 20, maybe the 23, as we have a penalty flag on the play. And we wait. Kingsway, of course, won the toss. They deferred, so the Brave offense, Tyson Foreman will come out, but first we'll check the flag. The referee tonight is Owen Morris. So we're waiting. I don't believe he is Mike, though. There he is, and he threw the flag. See it?
From way in the back, too. So
I call that a torpedo, but I think another one threw it, too. And I'll tell you something about, see that guy right there? I mean, he's been doing this forever. He declined the microphone, we just found out, and that's fine. And I never really knew him. Our paths never crossed until we did a basketball game together last year. And you haven't done a basketball game until you've been with Owen Morris.
very cool.
Oh, awesome guy. Awesome guy.
So 1st and 10 at the 11, it looks like, for Williamstown. So the penalty was against the Braves.
Absolutely, and this is Trey Alexander, and he's able to get 4 off the right side. The first carry of the game for the Super Soft. It'll be 2nd down and about 6.
And, what can we say about Trey Alexander that we haven't said all season long? The kid's been great. He's got 589 rushing yards entering the day, 111 carries. He's got a majority of the Braves' rushing touchdowns, 8 of the team's 11 TDs on the ground. So he's been huge this year. A real improving player, and he just keeps getting better.
So apparently one of our cameras is very close to the coach's box, and that mark will be 3rd down as it's short. Trey Alexander with a 2nd carry. Yeah, that was Chase Declaw on the stop.
3rd down.
So 3rd down, we just found out that we have the score bug. There it is. 2 minutes gone. Opening quarter. BFA, cold night in Swedesboro, and Alexander across the 20s close.
Looks like he's got it.
He's got it. 1st down.
Fell forward there, and that's the one thing we've seen from Trey all season long, right? He runs into contact. He's a punishing runner, but he always finishes going forward. It's very rare you see Trey get tripped up where he's scrambling and falling backward. He's almost always falling forward, finishing those runs, and following through.
1st down from the shotgun. 3 wide out to the bottom. This is the play fake. And Foreman is on the money, and then it comes out. Are they going to rule that a catch and a fumble, or are they going to say incomplete to Elijah Campbell? I think they're going to say that was incomplete. Take a look at that again. I don't know about that. Let's see.
Yeah, it was never. Nobody possessed it.
Ball comes as incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line. This is Foreman. Keeps his 1st carry, and he goes no place. Grayson Foster, the sophomore, with the stop for the Dragons up the middle. It'll be 3rd down and long for the Braves.
Anthony Totten in there as well, a senior linebacker here on senior night at Kingsway. Last regular season game throughout South Jersey, throughout the state, really, and all the leagues.
Tristan Owen and number 55, Big J. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
So Jordan Hernandez, number 55, apparently got a rise from the PA announcer. 3rd and long, Foreman rolls out. Lets it fly, and it's incomplete, out of bounds along the far side. He wanted Juwan Carney. 4th down, and we'll get a John Boisron punt on the 1st drive.
Boisron was pretty big last week. He did a good job of getting the ball out of deep spots for Williamstown. The punts weren't necessarily really long in the air, Chris, but what they did was he got good bounces. So whatever he's doing it right because or he just has good living, right? Whatever he's doing, he's getting good bounces and letting the ball run a little bit. This is a good one.
Well, that was grass. This one is turf, and that is a falling catch near the midfield by J.D. Johnson. So the Dragons are back or out on offense for the first time. 9:54 on the first quarter clock. We got no score tonight on BFA. Chris Lozzi, Mike Shute, BFA Sports crew here for Williamstown Braves football. Presented, delivered by Pizza Hut. Because nobody out-pizzas the Hut.
Quarterback is number 12 for the Dragons, David Orovitz. 83 for 125, 1,348 yards. They put it up quite a bit, and they do a good job getting points off the passing game. He's thrown 15 touchdowns, just 6 interceptions this year.
And what they like about him being 6'4", he can easily see over the line of scrimmage, and that makes him more of an accurate passer. And first carry is up the middle, and the Braves stop it. There's no room at all.
The carry by number 20, Cole.
To run for Cole Denick, junior running back. He's also the linebacker for Mark Hendricks and this Dragon defense.
Well, he does a lot. He does a lot of good things for them, Chris. He's their leading rusher, 495 yards. He's also their leading pass catcher, 388 yards. So he really does it all for this Kingsway team. He doesn't have the most receptions on the team. That number is 20, which goes to Christian White, a senior wide receiver.
Second down, play fake. Orovitz throws underneath, incomplete. The coverage by the Braves.
Dougie Bennett getting back there in coverage, doing a good job. Oh, actually, that's right. Pierce Noel.
You don't have the updated roster.
No.
Dean Insana has it here.
Right.
So it is now 3rd down and 9. I think I talked to Coach this week more times during the week than ever, the exception of up to the state championship. He is that excited about his Braves this time. Play fake. They're going to get it out to the near side on the swing and across midfield. That goes Mason Bryan. Bryan is short of a Kingsway first down. It'll be 4th down. Now, do we see Burlingame?
4th and 5.
On a 4th down and 5. Well, the ball at the 48-yard line of the Braves. The chains are at the bottom of the screen tonight. So we'll do our best because we have an awful vantage point. I mean, we are on the other side of the track looking through a cyclone fence and basically calling the game from a monitor. 4th and 5. It's Bryan in motion. Orovitz, protection good, and his pass is on the money. And Christian White has a first down for the Dragons inside the Brave 40.
Intended to number 11, Christian White is complete.
And that's White, who I talked about earlier, his 21st catch of the year.
First down.
Puts him over 325 receiving yards in the season. He has 3 touchdown catches this year, and they've spread it out. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different guys with scoring, who've caught touchdown passes this year for this Kingsway offense.
11-yard gain on the pass play. And here's a run for about 6. A good run on first down for Denick.
And Chris, this Kingsway offense is good. I mean, they've scored 36 offensive touchdowns this year. So they certainly, can put some points on the board. And when you look at some of the results they had this year, I mean, they've had put up some big numbers. So this team certainly can score and can get on a run here and get hot offensively.
From the 31. Second down and about 4. It's a fake. Orovitz wide open. Denick near side, and he's down to the 10-yard line.
Pass is complete to number 20, Cole.
Prunty and Campbell on the stop, but that's a gain of 20. First down.
And the way that Elijah Campbell came flying in there to make that tackle, Chris, that's kind of a situation where you might see the ball pop out because he kind of came in from behind there and hit him late. Not a late dirty hit, but just late in terms of he caught it and was kind of tied up, and then bam, he got whacked from behind. Sometimes you see the ball pop loose there, but he was able to hold on.
Now Orovitz looks like he's changing the play. It's a handoff up the middle. That's Zaire Painter, his first carry. And he is down close to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Dragons. I can't see the scoreboard. Does that look like that's 2nd and goal or 2nd and...
It should be goal. The ball was on the 10.
We can't see it. So we'll have to rely, I guess, on Brian Virgilio's got eyes on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it should be goal. I mean, the ball was on the 10.
So we think it
from
was.
The 5.
But for the chain to be at the bottom of the screen doesn't really help us at all. Here's a good field level shot on 2nd and goal. Orovitz hands off up the middle and the push, and Dinick is stopped. So 3rd down coming up, and you talk about this every week that you think this is 2-down territory anyway.
Matt Land with the tackle, but yeah, I mean for Kingsway certainly here they'll use all 4 downs. It's 74-down territory for the Dragons here. When you get down inside here, 1st and goal at the 10, they're definitely going to be working to score here, get the 6 early.
At the 3. Trying to see where Ezeraku is. Dinick up the middle. He's close. No signal coming yet, and he is short. It's 4th and goal from the 1, and the Braves are standing up to the Dragons.
Got to do it once more, though.
It's hurry up. Orovitz. Does he keep it? No, instead he hands it up the middle, and that's close. I don't think he got in. That's Jordan Hernandez. There's no signal yet. He did not get in.
The ball came out, Chris. The ball came out while somebody was down, so it didn't get across. The Kingsway player came out of the pile with it, but the play was already whistled dead.
Yeah,
see, the ball came out there. You see Orovitz went in there to try and get it.
But there was no beanbag, and I think that's what the officials are talking about now. But he didn't get in.
He got as close as you can get, though, and Williamstown's going to have a lot of green ahead of them to try and get on the scoreboard first here.
How about that? A 4th down stop for the Braves. And a nice goal line stand, and they keep the Dragons off the scoreboard. Now they have it, and this is where I always am reminded of Don Meredith on Monday Night Football, 99 yards and a half with Tony Dorsett. You remember that?
Yeah, for
at
sure.
Minnesota. Let's see, can Trey duplicate that? Quick moving first quarter, 4:42 to go. Alexander, he's going to make sure he gets out of the end zone first, and he does. That umpire, by the way, his name is Mike Bartram. He is the New Jersey State rules interpreter. Of course, the umpire is the official behind the defense, spots the ball. And pleasure to work with him, Mike Bartram.
There's a Raku in at tight end here, too. Working on both sides of the ball tonight, number 11 on the left side of your screen for the Braves.
Gain of a couple, 2nd and 8. Left side, Foreman keeps, and Foreman's close to a Brave first down. He's out of bounds at the 10, maybe the 11. It should be good enough to move the sticks.
And he's done a good job running the ball this year for the Braves. Obviously, Alexander's the leading rusher, but Foreman, number 2 on the team, 67 yards, 67 carries, 367 yards in the season, 2 rushing touchdowns. That's second on the squad in that department, including that long of 60 yards earlier this season. So he's getting it done.
Foreman, first down, he's going to throw it. side, off the deflection, and Campbell couldn't come up with it. It's incomplete. Andrew Wands, who was on defense, got a hand on it.
Elijah Campbell.
There's the Brave offensive trust.
Number 14, Andrew Wands. And that brings
For second down and 10.
And that was a little bit of a dangerous throw. Wands read that pretty good because Foreman initially pumped like he was going to go that way, and then Wands closed in, and by the time Foreman actually threw it, it was a little bit of trouble there.
Second down. Campbell can't handle that one in the flat, and it'll be 3rd and 10 with 3:18 to go in the first.
Number 6, Elijah Campbell, falls incomplete. And that brings up 3rd.
Just a little mix-up there. I think Elijah wanted to kind of get up the field first, and Foreman delivered it as he was kind of twisting around, so just a little bit tough to handle there for him. Guys got to make sure they're on the same page here, and here on this 3rd and 10. Right now, more important, Chris, than anything, no turnovers. Don't worry about the first down, just no turnovers here. That'd be a killer.
Foreman, 3rd down. Got protection, now rolls out to the near side. He better get rid of it. He does, downfield, and is it intercepted? It is not. Incomplete. Wands was there again. And 4th down and another Brave punt.
That's what I was talking about. Don't just, give up on this drive, right? But don't give any turnovers either. I think Tyson got away with one there. He was able to turn the corner, then he had a linebacker kind of coming up in his face, so he didn't want to try and run it, and he just kind of gunned it down the field there, but got away with one. And Boys Ron will be punting.
Frank Pichitola, first look. And this one will not be fielded. It will die after a turf bounce down to the 42-yard line. 30-yard punt, nothing on the return. Kingsway back on offense. 2:57 to go here in the first quarter. It is 0-0. Williamstown and Kingsway tonight here on BFA.
Down on the 42-yard line for Williamstown.
So they'll spot it at the 42 for Mark Hendricks and his 6-2 Dragons coming in tonight. Headed to the postseason as well. And this is Orovitz from the gun. Litradello was in motion. Dinick, right side. Pushing, and then sent backwards. Forward progress will give him about 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5.
Nice job, though, for the Braves, clogging up the hole there. He did get, some positive yardage, but Williamstown swarming to the ball. They've really been good defensively this year. I think, you can't say enough about how they've played defensively. Defense has kept them in games and given them a chance to win. I mean, last week they did a great job late against Delsea to get that late turnover on downs, right? Get the ball back, force the punt late. So they did a great job.
Play fake from Orovitz far side, and he has a connection. First down throw to Christian White. That's White's second catch of the night, and it'll move the chains for the Dragons as we approach 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
So Orovitz came in with 83 completions, 20 to White this year, so 25% of the time he's looking White's way. And you can see there, really great fundamentals, the way he caught that, got the foot down, kept it in bounds, and got the first down.
They fake a jet sweep, and Orovitz's carry gets him to the 31. Short gain on first down, and that's the first run for Orovitz.
And Orovitz, he'll take off with it. He's actually second on the team in carries, Chris, with 58, but just 165 yards. So he doesn't break anything too big. He's got 2 touchdowns. His longest run of the season, a 32-yarder. So that accounts for a pretty big chunk of what he's put together on the ground. So he's not a huge running threat, but obviously when he does, he can pick up some yardage. He's a big guy, big, strong guy, senior for this Kingsway team.
Yeah, I'll say 6'4", Denick, and they stuff it. Lamb was in there.
Carries by number 20.
And so is Dyer Macbeth.
No gain on the play. It's going to be third down for the Dragons.
I haven't called his name much. It's good to hear
though,
him.
he does a lot of good things, though. I mean, last week he got a lot of pressure, didn't get to the quarterback, but really created problems, I think, for the Delsea quarterback. He's been good this year, Dyer, and he draws a lot of attention because he's got that great speed on the outside, on the end.
Make some noise, student section!
It's been an interesting year for him, though, because we've seen him make a bunch of plays early in games, and then the other team kind of focuses on him and shuts him down.
18 seconds left in the quarter. This is third down. Orovitz in trouble. Gets out of it. Now he's going to run, and he's caught from behind by Lamb. It's going to depend on the spot. Lamb thinks it's a fourth down, but it'll depend on what the officials think, and they're going to give him a first down.
Orovitz is good enough for a Dragons first down.
Here's Mike Bartram.
And you'll see everything kind of breaks down for him, and he just doesn't wait in the pocket. He's like, I'm getting out of here. And does a nice job of smartly taking off. Interesting where they're going to – I'd like to see where they spotted the ball, though, because when you look at that replay, look like he was a couple yards shy of getting it to the 25, I guess it was, or the 20 there. I'm sorry, the 15. Where they spotted, it looks like maybe they gave him an extra yard, Chris.
End of the quarter. We'll sort it out when we come back. No score tonight after 1 on BFA.
Check it out. Pizza Hut's rippable, dippable Cheesy Bites pizza in Ranch Lover's Flight with 3 flavors is a game changer. With 28 cheesy-filled bites, everyone's going to be dunking it. The Cheesy Bites pizza in new Ranch Lover's Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
New crafted flats from Pizza Hut are just $5 each till 5 p.m. Choose from 5 handcrafted recipes you won't want to share.
Mom! No!
And you don't have to. The new crafted flats, just $5 each till 5 p.m. and available till close. Only at Pizza Hut.
So we get it sorted out. I got to stand up and see when they brought the chains back over, and I really can't tell. But to your point, Mike, did they give them a first down? And that's what we're looking at, folks. It's beautiful night sky, Friday night, late October, end of the high school football regular season. And as the sun will set, somebody will be on hot chocolate alert real soon.
They gave him a spot almost at the 15, Chris, which I really kind of disagree with there. I think it should have been almost a 17, really.
So it is a first down, and there's Denick right side, and he rumbles inside the 5. He's down to the 3. 12 yards for Cole Denick and a first and goal for the Dragons.
So Denick puts him over 500 yards for the season on that carry. But they're patient with him, right? You see how they'll just kind of keep going to him, and let him operate. And eventually, he's a big, strong guy, too. He's going to wear you down.
Speaking of wear down, this one doesn't count as Denick finds the end zone, but the officials shut this play down before. So this will be a penalty against Kingsway. And we wait for Mr. Morris to tell us.
Carries by number 20, Cole Denick, but there is a flag on the play.
Oh, it's against the Braves. The Braves were in the neutral zone. Wow. So that's going to put the ball at the 1.5 yards. How's that?
The ball will be placed at the 1.5 yard line. It will be first and goal.
So at the 1.5, Kingsway set up with a first and goal to try to break this scoreless tie tonight. We are inside of a minute in the second quarter tonight on BFA. Chilly night in Swedesboro. And it's only going to get colder, Mike. They go from the gun. And Orovitz, Denick, and that's a touchdown for the Dragons.
Carries by number 20, Cole Denick. That's good enough for a Dragon.
Couldn't stop that on the right side. And Kingsway has the early lead.
And it's kind of like I said, right? Nick is just the kind of back that will just wear you down and plow through you. And he just did that there. Followed a couple of blockers up the middle there, particularly number 71, James True, another sophomore offensive lineman on his team, 6 foot 230, kind of paving the way there.
Well, when you get the ball to start at the 40, actually 42, half the field, you're good to go. Let's see what we have here. This is against Kingsway.
Ball start on Kingsway.
Owen Morris.
We have 5-yard penalty.
He's one of the good ones, Mike. You ever come across him at all in your travels as a sports writer in Jersey, anything like that? Never met him before? Owen Morris?
I have not. I mean, I may have seen him at games, but I usually don't get too involved with the officials, so.
Shame on you. Low snap on this one, but Orbit's got it down, and boy, did Burlingame boom that one. Extra point down the middle. It's 7-0 Kingsway. 10:52 left, second quarter tonight on BFA.
The new Crafted Flats from Pizza Hut. 5 handcrafted recipes with more toppings, all for you. There's no reason not to get one or try all 5. New Crafted Flats are just $5 each till 5 p.m. and available till close. Only from Pizza Hut.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
So when you get the ball at the plus 42-yard line, it's not that difficult. And of course, they went to cold to Nick, and Kingsway got the first score of the night.
Exactly, and that that's true. You get the short field certainly plays into the advantage of a team like Kingsway. Chris, you look at their schedule, Kingsway this year. Their fewest points they've scored in a game is 20, and that was in a win that opened the season against Donovan Catholic. They lost their second game of the year at Camden, 26-21. Then they went on a run and won 5 in a row at Timber Creek, 36-21. Home against Delsea, 36-0. At Camden East, home against Camden Eastside, 45-6. Then they shut out Hamilton and Clearview in back-to-back weeks, scoring 96 points in those 2 games combined and allowing none. So they certainly can put the points up. And even last week, put up 36 against Washington Township, losing 39-36. So this is a good offense, a very good offense.
Oh, on the bounce, Carney fumbled it, but this will be a touchback. So Braves get a break. Good call by the officials. It was not possessed. So it'll be Braves at the 20 to start this drive.
So this is the 3rd drive for the Williamstown offense here as we get into the second quarter. And they have had, their problems here with this Kingsway defense.
Yeah, but 20 first down.
But they have shown a good mix so far, again, like they did last week, of using the run and the pass, mixing it up.
First down. Handoff right side. That's Alexander for 2.
5 tackling 5. Zahir Painter, senior linebacker for the Dragons, making the stop.
Okay, cool.
Again, senior night here for the Dragons. They have a pretty good bunch of seniors on this team.
Dude, we have run into...
I didn't total it up, but...
I'm sorry. We've run into homecoming or senior night 4 weeks in a row. You know that, right?
That's what October's all about.
Why can't they do it on the same night?
October football.
Here's Foreman dancing out of the pocket. He's got some room. He'll point, looks for a block, and he'll get out of bounds. And that's close to a first down. He is at the 32. That is a first down.
Once again, the sophomore quarterback making good choices, good decisions. He's really done a nice job as the weeks have worn on of doing that. And it's, again, been a fun progression, fun to watch him each week get better and better.
I don't know who's blowing up your phone, but you want me to tell him you're a little busy right now. Nice to tell Coffee that all the
I didn't
time.
think that was mine, honestly.
Well, what is it?
I don't know. Maybe it is.
Somebody's walking by at the 32, first down. Now, how about this one? Sear Ebanks, not used that much out of the backfield. Across the 40, they will give him a first down. And just like that fan yelled, move the sticks. And the officials do.
Number 27, Garland. That's going to bring another first down for the Braves.
First down. Braves get something cooking here. Ebanks in motion on this first down. Play fake and Foreman. Deep, underthrown, incomplete for Campbell. He wanted a flag. They're not going to get it.
He wanted a flag. The fans, you can hear, wanted the flag. Some of the players on the sideline were looking for 1-2 there.
Yeah.
And we'll get a look at it because, I mean, Chris, I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but if you watch the defender, he's never turned around and looked for the ball. I mean, and the ball, of course, hit him in the back, but, you know, he's not making a play on the ball, and it's there.
It's the timing of the contact. So it was close, but the timing of the contact, I didn't think that it was that far in front of the ball, so I'm okay with a no call.
Sometimes as a receiver, you just have to stop and just let yourself get run over to create that contact to get the flag.
Screen set up on second down. Here's Alexander, but he can't get through. That's a really nice tackle by Mason Bryan. Only a 2-yard gain. It's third down and 8.
Number 44,
Jamar Greaves was in there, too, to help make that tackle, Chris. And they've done a good job of keeping Williamstown in check so far.
Here it comes, right at you. Caught the end of that. So third down, about 7 at the 45-yard line. Did I say it already? Quick moving game?
Shh, don't ever say that.
Draw play, Alexander burst through the middle. Alexander off to the races, and Trey Alexander will take it the distance. Touchdown Braves.
A little bit of misdirection created, I think, a little confusion for Kingsway. And Trey Alexander takes advantage as he slides his way home for his 9th rushing touchdown of the season. That's going to put him well towards 700 yards on the season. Look at this.
He goes 55 yards, pretty much untouched. Great call by the offense. Coach Bogacheski. And the Braves are a Cole Snyder point after away from tying it.
Chris, I think Foreman sold it too. He rolled to his right, and it looked like he was going to do so, as the kick is good, by the way, 7-7. He rolled to his right, had the ball out there. We'll get a look at it. Oh, here's the kick. Sorry, we'll take a peek at that, but I thought maybe we were going to get a look at the TD. Up and good, of course. He's been solid this season on his point afters for sure, but Foreman put it out there, rolled out to his right, but he put the ball in his left hand. Watch what he does here. He rolls out to the right like he's been doing, and whoop, left hand, drops it in there, and then Trey with some easy pickings running to the left. Everyone was kind of shifting to the right, following Foreman that way, and there wasn't really much on the left to stop him. Found that little hole, got through the line, and then once he got past that first line of defense, he was gone. You're not catching that guy.
And that young man right there is having himself quite a season.
We talked about it, a couple weeks ago. He was in that article on NJ.com, like some of the 40 breakout players of the season. And, you can't say enough about what he's done this year. He's closing in on 700 rushing yards, and it's just been a real great year for him. Last year was more of a committee running the football, Chris. This year, though, Trey has kind of been the featured back, and with great reason. He's really had a great season. And that was an awesome run for him. And gets the Dragons and Braves level here at 7 in the second quarter.
You with the soccer terms. You just going to a soccer game today.
I was.
I know. How'd she do?
Hey, a great win for the Clearview Lady Pioneers in the Coaches Cup tournament. They won in the first round. My daughter's on that team. She had the first goal of the game, too, Chris. So they won 5-1 against a really good Delsea team.
Mason Bryan returning the kick. across the 30-yard line, and Braves got a little bit of swagger now. They tied this game at 7, or just they leveled it.
They're fired up for sure. Good coverage there. They're excited after the points and excited with a big hit, but still decent field position for Kingsway to start here. They'll have it at their 31, it looks like.
Some good defensive highlights already, too. I mean, all right, you gave up the score, but it was only 42 yards for the drive because of, the poor field position. But first and goal, and you stop them, 4 tries inside the 10. So we'll see what happens here on this one.
It's a diverse offense that they're facing here, though, tonight in Kingsway.
It's Orovitz, hands off to Nick. Got 2.
So,
and dumped by Ebanks.
The Kingsway offense, Chris, they've 8 different guys have caught passes this season. 4 have been caught 14 or more. And running the ball, I mean, they've got like a dozen players who've run the ball this season for this team. So they get a lot of guys involved. Of course, they've had some big games where they've had the game out of reach, and they've gotten a lot of different players on the field. But this offense certainly can hum, as I mentioned those scores this season that they've compiled.
Try a pitch to Nick. They string it, and the Braves do a good job again. Not allowing him to turn the corner, and that'll set up a 3rd down and long. Take your pick. Who is in there first? Lewis. Macbeth. The other Lewis.
Who wasn't in there?
Lom.
Ezaraku coming out of the pile.
Ezaraku. Great job. Mike Seidenberg. This defense, my money, gets better and better. And is one of the top units right now going on in this division. And that's saying a lot.
And the craziest thing about hold on, after this play.
It's the Nick nowhere. Stopped again. 3 runs for the Dragons. The Braves stop it, and they force a 4th down. And will we see Burlingame punting again?
Chris, to me, though, the craziest thing about this Williamstown defense is that the guy who's the leading tackler on this Williamstown defense is none other than Trey Alexander with 47 total tackles. I mean, it's not like the guy doesn't do enough on the offensive side, right? But he also is in there making plays defensively. I don't see him on the field now, or at least on this series, but he gets a deserved break after that, great touchdown run on the previous drive.
They will go for it. 4th down and 5, a handoff, and it's going to be good enough for a 1st down. So the 46, the Nick just kept going forward and moved the chains in the 1st down. And now the Dragons go to a hurry-up.
Kingsway offensive line's pretty good. You got Christopher Gatta up there, 74. I mentioned James True earlier, just a sophomore. Gatta is a senior. They got a good mix of size up there. And guys that have experience at this level, and again, talked about the points they've put up. They really can put up some big numbers, so this will be a challenge for Williamstown. They've done a good job so far.
Better hurry, there's 10 to snap it now. Orovitz, that's a handoff. 2nd time, Zaire Painter, and Painter gets across midfield and gets stood up by the Brave defense. 4-yard gain.
Painter came into tonight with just 5 carries for 16 yards, so it's interesting that he's been featured a couple of times already with a couple of runs.
Got a flag down, though, and Morris walking first.
Ball on the field is holding.
It's a holding call, and it's against the Dragons.
The 1st and 20.
Frank Fusatola. I mean, he said that we have to bounce back from that. I mean, that's some serious adversity there. You think you got a 1st and goal at the 3 with a minute to go, and you're down by 6, and then they have an offensive pass interference call that wipes that out. And you wind up losing that game, probably all chances for a home playoff game. And you got to strap it on again and take on a team that's 6-2.
Hey, a win this week, though, that might change things, Chris. They still might be able to get they'll get some big power points if they can get a win this week.
And Nick, he got a break as he went to the sideline. He comes right back and cuts it back. And got about half the penalty yardage. 2nd down, about 16.
Danick is just a junior. He was a really good runner last year, and he just keeps the beat going this year. So, he's a guy, they have a lot of seniors, but he's a guy that'll be back for this Kingsway team, and he's proven to be a really strong runner.
Who does he remind you of from Washington? Second and long, Orovitz wide open is Bryan. And Mason Bryan still on his feet, still fighting. He's down to the brave 41-yard line, and guess what? That's a first down.
Pass complete to number 23, Mason Bryan.
You know what I like about this play by Mason Bryan, Chris?
First down.
He didn't wait for the ball to get to him. Watch him come back to the ball here and help his quarterback avoid any kind of an interception or trouble, right? He's coming back to the ball, comes and gets it. Sometimes you sit back and wait for it. Somebody can get in there, flying in and knock it away, but he didn't do that. I like that.
First down carry to Nick. Tripped up. 13 of 4 down to the 36-yard line. Beating 5. We're at 4:20 on the clock in the second quarter. We are zooming by, folks. And it's good because the sun is set and temperatures are dropping here. Second down, Orovitz fakes, flushed out. Now he's going to run far side. He's going to get some yards, and he finds the sideline. Depends on where they spot it, but that should be a Kingsway first down.
He scrambles for a first down.
He did get it. They'll mark him at the 27. Winding the clock. Good. That's good.
First and 10 for the Dragons.
With 3:40 to go and running here in the second quarter. Kingsway on the move. It's a first down screen pass, and it goes to Bryan, and it was almost picked off Elijah Lewis. And you can see the reaction. He almost had it. But Bryan gets a first down for Kingsway. Elijah Lewis, watch 24 here.
Yeah, he just jumps, and it's like hanging there, and he's like, oh.
He would say,
look at him. He's still putting his hands up on his head. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Or he can't believe it.
Well, on that shot, you can see where the scoreboard is. We are way on the other side, on the Williamstown sideline, at the other 4-yard line. So we're hoping we can keep the scoreboard in focus. Here's Orovitz. That's deflected through and incomplete.
Golden opportunity for a pick there. Oh, man. He might have had some space in front of him, too. Was that Trey? It was.
Get that again, David.
His jersey's all crumpled up. I wasn't sure if it was Trey or Elijah Campbell.
Look at the recognition.
But he stepped in. Yeah. Ah.
Yeah, there's Campbell, so it was definitely Alexander.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So we broadcasters do process of elimination.
Yes.
Sometimes. Second down, 10.
6 minus 5 plus 7.
Yeah.
I saw them all there. 5, 6, and 7 in on it.
At the 16. And Ezeraku almost blew the play up. And nice recognition by Orovitz. And he's going to turn something from absolutely nothing. But my goodness, Aiden Ezeraku.
He was taken down by number 3.
Ezeraku, he read it great, Chris, and was in there. But you got to give credit to Orovitz, man. A big, strong kid, right? He was able to hold on to the football and then just get out of there. He was like, he just kind of was like, one of those fight or flight deals. And he's like, I'm getting out of here. I'm scooting. And he did.
It's 3rd and 1. They're at the 6. Orovitz. DeNick right side, and he is stopped, but does he have enough?
Yeah, I think he got enough to get across there.
He does.
A Dragon.
Yes, he's got it.
First down.
Just enough.
It's at the 3.
Down 5-yard line with 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
See that gray line there? You know what that gray line means, right, in football?
Nothing.
Nothing. Right?
Absolutely nothing. Yeah, there's a million different lines on this field.
Can they stop him again? Dinick fights his way in for a touchdown. His second of the game, and the Dragons have retaken the lead here in the second.
Good blocking on the right side there for Kingsway. Just enough, right? You don't need a big hole for Dinick. He's a strong guy. We had the guard pulling a little bit, and he just slammed his way through.
For the extra point attempt is number 41, Zach Burlingame. Get up there, block that kick.
That's a 68-yard touchdown drive. Burlingame's extra point is good.
Good, so with 150 to play here in the first half.
So we are inside of 2 minutes, 150 to be precise. Dragons 14 and the Braves 7, and Kingsway, Mike, will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, so
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Check it out.
Pizza Hut's rippable, dippable Cheesy Bites pizza in Ranch Lover's Flight with 3 flavors is a game changer. With 28 cheesy-filled bites, everyone's gonna be dunking it. The Cheesy Bites pizza in new Ranch Lover's Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Minute 50 to go until halftime. The Dragons of Kingsway are in front of Williamstown 14-7. Chris Lozzi and Mike Shute. BFA Sports crew is all here tonight on a chilly night in November or October. I wish it was November, right? 51 degrees currently, and it's getting even colder. And I'm going to try to bundle up here. We take us to the webcam right after this kickoff. What do you say there, David? This is Burlingame with a Kingsway advantage, 14-7.
So with the 14 points for Kingsway this year, Chris, that puts them over 300 points on the season. So I mean, this is a really good offense. You can't overlook that fact.
Burlingame off the bounce. There's another one, and Barney had a problem with it. And this is another touchback, and it'll be at the 20-yard line on the touchback as we take us to our very, very chilly location here tonight. There we go. So, this team scored 36 last week against Washington Township, so I think the Braves, they got a 4th down stop. They're doing some good things on defense.
Yeah, I think, Williamstown has to be happy with where they stand, but it would be huge to get some points here for the Braves going into the half because, as you said, Kingsway is going to get it back to start the second half. So if you can get some points here, I believe Williamstown still has all 3 timeouts. Yes, they do. So, you can get some points out of this if you can get a quick strike, as, we've seen them do it with Prunty.
It's Campbell on first down, and it's about 7. So second down and 3, and now we'll look at the clock.
Which continues to run, and you hear some of the fans and parents, calling for the hurry up.
They're imploring. My goodness. Minute 20 and running, as you see it at the bottom of the screen. And Foreman, protection is good. Flag is down. Maybe that's why it was good. Signal throws deep, and he's picked off. It's J.D. Johnson, and this is probably going to stand because it's probably a hold against the Braves. So Johnson will pick off Foreman with 1:05 to go. But we will check the flag.
Look at these guys. They're not cold, Chris.
No. Let's see.
I think it was holding here on the left side of the line.
No.
It was either 51 or 79 for Williamstown that was holding on that side.
Yeah.
Could have maybe called it on either of them or both of them or what. I'm not sure. But nevertheless, that'll be declined, and it'll be first down for Kingsway. Now you're in a little dangerous territory because Kingsway has all 3 timeouts. And again, we know they can put up points in a hurry.
They sure can. So we'll see what Hendricks does. Of course, the coach at Kingsway, he's got a 7-point lead, and as Mike said, all 3 timeouts. And Orovitz to put it up. And a diving attempt, but it's incomplete on the far side. Intended for Christian White. 2nd and 10. Clock stopped at 1 minute.
Pass to number 11, Christian White, falls incomplete. 2nd down.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it'd be a good time for Williamstown to snag a turnover here. Get it back. Give it away, get it back quickly. But again, I think really Williamstown, what you need to do is keep everything in front of you. Don't let anybody, pop the top off the defense here. Keep everything in front of you.
2nd down. Brian coming through from the little leak out, and he's gone down the far sideline. Beautiful design, and Brian is out of bounds. He's inside the 20-yard line.
Trey Alexander, great job on the tackle there, getting out there, just getting a hand on the ball carrier.
There's a flag down.
And as we heard there from the PA announcer, there was a flag, and I think it's against Kingsway coming back. There could have been a couple of holds. I mean, the other thing, Chris, they had a bunch of guys. Look at all their blockers who were way downfield. I don't know if that might have been it as well.
It could have been. It depends. We're looking because if the pass was beyond the line of scrimmage, and I think that's what they're talking about. No signal yet. Here it comes. Here we go. It's a hold against Kingsway.
But if we can look at that play again real quick, I thought that their entire offensive line gets down the field. Look how far down these guys get down the field as this play develops.
Yeah, but the pass was behind the line of scrimmage.
That makes sense. Okay. But, I mean, look at these guys, 74, 64, 51. They were creating a convoy there, and that's why it was such a big gain.
It wipes out a 39-yard gain and a big break for the Braves. It's now 2nd and 20. And this is dropped along the far side. So now it's 3rd down. Orovitz wanted Danny Berezowski.
This is huge, really, to get that penalty. Last week, late in the game, that one flag worked against the Braves. This one here is certainly helping the situation out as it brings up 3rd and 20.
43 seconds left. 43-yard line.
And if you're Williamstown, you want to force the punt here. Maybe get the ball in Prunty's hands.
Orovitz gets away again, airs it out, and incomplete. Down the far sideline, White was who he wanted, but good coverage by Prunty.
So now it's going to be 4th down, Chris. 4th and long. It gives Williamstown an opportunity here to get the ball in Kaishim Prunty's hands here on a punt return situation. And we know with his electric speed and his ability, this is always an opportunity for the Braves.
Are you surprised that Kingsway didn't run the ball in that last sequence?
With all the timeouts, a little bit, yeah. I would think maybe they could have done that.
How about Burlingame? Look at this. Look at this. What a kick. And it'll be down at the 2-yard line. 54-yard punt, and the Braves are all the way back. It looks like at the 4-yard line.
And here's the problem if you're Williamstown, Chris. You can only you got to be careful taking a knee because you're that close to the end zone. Ideally, that's what you want to do, but Kingsway has all 3 timeouts. You take a knee, they can call a quick timeout. You take another knee, they still got another one, and they got another one in the bag after that. So you got to be careful if you're the Braves here. I say you're going to have to at least run one play where somebody's carrying the ball out of the end zone, get a couple of yards, and then take a couple of knees.
So they'll spot it at the 2-yard line. So there's a little bit of room, and I think Foreman, that's the smart play there, just to go forward. Yeah. And now we'll see if Hendricks wants to call a timeout, and he will.
Yeah. And I don't blame him. I mean, that's smart football right there. They have all 3 of them left, and you can do this and potentially force Williamstown to either punt the ball back to you, or you never know, a bad snap, you get a safe. You're trying to get points out of it either way if you're Kingsway.
Absolutely. The problem is they can't stop it 4 times.
Correct.
So if they stop it and they run the 4th down play, they can run the clock out. I mean, you could just have Tyson run into the end zone, and then throw it all the way out of bounds out of the sideline.
But got to be careful there, too, because don't get called for intentional grounding from the end zone. That's a safety, too. There's a lot of little goofy nuances here that, you got to be smart about.
Well, that's why we're here freezing in the broadcast position we're in instead of coaching on the sideline.
That's right.
So the clock is reset to 18 seconds. There's 2 timeouts left for Kingsway.
It will be second down.
And the PA announcer is a little late getting to the party there. He just announced the timeout.
Well, he said Williamstown called the timeout, which I would find completely unbelievable.
Yeah, he did not. Or I'm sorry, they did not. Campbell, get out of the end zone, young man. And he does. Timeout, Dragons. 12 seconds. Now, they can only stop it one more time.
Right. But they still can they're still making it an issue, right?
They could.
You have to make Williamstown execute. And that's smart football, I think, because, right, like you just said, get out of the end zone, young man, right? So he had to get out of there, or, it's a safety. So it's still, it's putting pressure on Williamstown here that, maybe they otherwise, if the ball's up at the 20, 25, we're probably already walking off for halftime at this point.
Let me give a shout out to our good buddy, mutual friend Pat Canine, he's actually tuning in, listening to us from a laundromat.
Wow!
Send me a text.
I guess it's better than staring at the clothes flop.
Pat is. By the way, Pat was very helpful last year. He's one of the best audio engineers in the NFL. He goes at the game of the week.
I see him from time to time at the link.
Third down, look out, Foreman. Oh my goodness, is that going to be a safety on Campbell, or did he get out?
That is some wild shit, bro.
We don't know yet. No signal.
Got to see where if they gave any forward progress.
Forced out of the back of the end zone by number 55, Jordan the Big J Hernandez.
And they are going to call a safety.
That'll be a safety for 2 points.
See, we can see that again, David. And I'm not sure what you can do differently here. It looked like Foreman, I thought, kept it for a minute. Yeah, they were there already. There were 3 Dragons into the end zone, and they were waiting for Campbell to get that handoff. So a safety for Kingsway, and with 5 seconds on the clock, the Braves will have to kick it to them.
Give credit to 55, Jordan Hernandez. He made that play, Chris. He came from the left defensive end and really was unblocked. He just blew his way through there and made that happen. It was almost like he read the play and just jumped it, got a good read and just jumped the snap. That's really the one thing you couldn't have happen. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So give credit to Hendricks, calling the timeouts. His players just, played that whole situation a little bit better than the Williamstown players. Let's get in the huddle.
Frank Visatola. His expression rarely changes. And he is talking to his special teams unit. Now, this is a free kick, by the way, Michael.
Yes, it is.
Well, we shall see. Cole Snyder from the 20-yard line as the officials have brought them in. I believe the Braves called a timeout. The board hasn't. We can't see the board. If the board has a timeout for the Braves, I think they do. So there it is. Ball is teed up at the 20-yard line following the safety. Cole Snyder. And 5 seconds on the clock. What do you think? Squib kick here? Yep. Bounced and downed at the 41-yard line. 4 seconds left. It was downed by Leach Urdello. 1 play for Hendricks and the Dragons. Do you take the knee, go in at halftime by 9, knowing you get the ball in the second half, or do you try something here?
Tell you what, you got this big, strong quarterback in Orovitz. You've got some really good receivers. if I'm Kingsway, I think I might put it up and see what happens.
3.5 to play.
But I'm a little crazy. Let's be honest.
You're finally
I'm a little unglued.
week 9 and you're finally mentioning it? Good Lord.
But I don't know. I would take a shot, honestly. And I think that. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking the way that the way they took the knee right away. I think maybe that was kind of part of the plan
to set up a play.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like they're taking a knee here.
Right. No. Yeah. The knee on the.
I'm going to go with a hook and ladder here. Orovitz. Time has expired. He rolls out. In trouble, and Ezeraku plants him. So Aiden gets the sack to end the first half. Kingsway's up 16-7 tonight on BFA. Halftime is next.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
Want to know why no one outpizzas the Hut? Pizza Hut meat lovers' melts are filled with almost a half a pound of meat and cheese for just $6.99. Enough for 2, price for 1. That's why no one outpizzas the Hut. I do it big. With the Pizza Hut Big Dinner Box, however you want a dinner, we got you covered. Big time. I do it big. The Big Dinner Box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings or pasta. Oh, hello.
Check it out.
Pizza Hut's rippable, dippable Cheesy Bites pizza in Ranch Lover's Flight with 3 flavors is a game changer. With 28 cheesy-filled bites, everyone's gonna be dunking it. The Cheesy Bites pizza in new Ranch Lover's Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Pizza Hut's stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. It's cheesy, so crispy, loaded with toppings, and just $6.99. Enough for 2, price for 1. New Pizza Hut melts, just $6.99.
New crafted flats from Pizza Hut are just $5 each till 5 p.m. Choose from 5 handcrafted recipes you won't want to share.
Mom!
And you don't have to. The new crafted flats, just $5 each till 5 p.m. and available till close, only at Pizza Hut.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
The new crafted flats from Pizza Hut. 5 handcrafted recipes with more toppings, all for you. There's no reason not to get one or try all 5. New crafted flats are just $5 each till 5 p.m. and available till close, only from Pizza Hut.
never let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. It's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me naked, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Won't bother
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
Wanna know why no one outpizzas the Hut? Pizza Hut meat lovers' melts are filled with almost a half a pound of meat and cheese for just $6.99. Enough for two, price for one. That's why no one outpizzas the Hut.
I do it big.
With the Pizza Hut Big Dinner Box, however you want a dinner, we got you covered. Big time.
I do it big.
The Big Dinner Box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings or pasta. Oh, hello.
Check it out.
Pizza Hut's rippable, dippable Cheesy Bites pizza in Ranch Lover's Flight with 3 flavors is a game changer. With 28 cheesy-filled bites, everyone's gonna be dunking it. The Cheesy Bites pizza in new Ranch Lover's Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Pizza Hut's stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. It's cheesy, so crispy, loaded with toppings, and just $6.99. Enough for 2, price for 1. New Pizza Hut melts, just $6.99.
New crafted flats from Pizza Hut are just $5 each till 5 p.m. Choose from 5 handcrafted recipes you won't want to share.
Mom!
And you don't have to. The new crafted flats, just $5 each till 5 p.m. and available till close, only at Pizza Hut.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
The new crafted flats from Pizza Hut. 5 handcrafted recipes with more toppings, all for you. There's no reason not to get one or try all 5. New crafted flats are just $5 each till 5 p.m. and available till close, only from Pizza Hut.
night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it bluff. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it bluff. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it bluff. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it bluff. Hey, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it bluff. You got me like, oh
And we are back here at the Kingsway High School. It's getting cold as we get ready to start the second half here on BFA. Williamstown trailing the Dragons 16-7, and we'll take you to our cozy location here, which is on the other side of the track. Chris Lozzi, Mike Shute, and I just want to share with you folks, currently this is where we are. It's a frost advisory, and it's 50 degrees. And that's Swedesboro, by the way, folks. See that? Swedesboro, New Jersey, 50 degrees. It's freezing out here. But anyway, when we get into this kind of a situation, is the weather a factor, you think?
I don't think so. I mean, it's not that bad. These guys are, tough guys. They're football players. This is football weather. This is what you expect this time of year. It's not like it's 30, 20. It's normal, I think, type of weather for this time of year. You expect this when you're a football player, high school football player this time of this season.
See how what are they doing? They're doing a show out there? You see it?
That's kooky.
They're doing a show out there. The lights were.
So I don't think
somebody was walking by.
Ultimately, I don't think the weather's really got too much to do with this. There's not really a lot of wind or anything, so I think for the most part, it's been that's not been a major key here. What has been a major key is, I think, early on, the Kingsway defense has been pretty good, and they've been able to kind of keep Williamstown in check. So that's been, I think, the most important thing. Williamstown, with that little bit of a hiccup there late in the first half, Chris, they gave up that safety. That was kind of, a little bit disorganized, a little bit chaotic, and that was unfortunate. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite the Braves in the second half.
All right, so let's talk about what happened in that first half. You have a pair of Cole DeNick touchdown runs for Kingsway. One was a short drive. It was 42 yards because they took advantage of a fourth down stop on defense by the Braves, and then DeNick took it in from 3 yards out.
Yeah, DeNick this year came into the day with 18 touchdowns, so he's up to 20 now in the season, and this is game number 9 for the Dragons and for everybody for the most part throughout South Jersey. So a big year for him statistically, a big game tonight so far. He had a 6-touchdown game against Clearview when the Dragons hammered their next door neighbors by the score of 63-0. So it's been a big year for him and big year for this Kingsway offense in general. So for Williamstown, where they sit at 16-7 right now, I think you got to say, they've done a nice job defensively and kept them in check. Again, the 2 points late there on that safety is, again, a little bit of a hiccup, a little bit of a blip on the radar. Overall, they've done a decent job defensively, but now giving the ball to Kingsway to start the second half, they're going to need it to get a good defensive stand in this first drive of the third quarter.
Braves touchdown was a 55-yard run by Trey Alexander, and it was a beautiful draw play, nice design.
Yeah, good work there. I think Foreman give him some credit for, strongly rolling to his right with the ball. Kind of really gave the impression that he was going to, because they've run that play a lot today, where he rolls to the right and throws. The defense all kind of swarmed that way to that half of the field, and then he slipped it to Alexander with the left hand. He ducked through the line and then had a lot of lane on the left side of the field to get down and score that, again, 55-yard touchdown run, which was his longest of the year, Chris, by a lot.
Cole Snyder with the squib kick. It's taken by Mason Bryan. Cuts it near sides. Got some room down that sideline. Mason Bryan. Nobody's going to stop him. Special teams gives up the big one. Touchdown, and then he had a hammy at the end.
That's good enough for a Dragon. Touchdown.
A little misdirection. And there it is. See where he got it.
And this little move here, running right and then slamming on the brakes and taking off to the left. Once he got around the edge here, he's gone.
87 yards, and it opens this game up to start the second half. And you see, he grabbed his hammy there a couple times.
Well, that was a little bit of a.
Oh, was it?
A little bit of a little fake celebration type thing. Yeah, that's.
Well, I hope
I've seen
not.
that before.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. And they're going to go for 2. to make it a 24-point game. That's Denick. Instead, Orovitz to the end zone and incomplete.
So for Brian, Chris, that's his second kickoff return of the year for a touchdown. His previous was a 90-yard return for a score, so he's been dangerous this year. He also has had a couple of punt returns. Doesn't do a lot in that department. The main punt return guy for this Kingsway team is Luca Lentini, the junior wide receiver, who has returned 14 punts this year for 176 yards. But Mason Bryan's been big on kickoff returns. Again, he had 5 total coming into the year for 211 yards. Again, the long of 90 for a touchdown. Now he just returned that one about 70, I guess it was, for the score there. The squib kick came up short. He brought everybody to his right and then slammed on the brakes, went left, and it was everybody in hot pursuit, but nobody could catch him. And that's, for the Dragons, Chris, that's 8 points in about 18 seconds of game.
Yeah. You're showing your age, by the way, with that reference of
the hot pursuit.
High-speed pursuit.
Roscoe Pico train from the old
T. Justice.
Dukes of Hazzard.
No, Buford T. Justice.
Oh, yeah.
Burlingame to tee it up. And it's now still a 2-score game. The score is 22-7. Speaking of scores, you were perusing with that halftime that lasted longer than a mini-series.
Yeah, just looking around the division, around the Classic division. Delsea losing at Mainland by the score of 35-0. And over in Washington Township, the Minutemen playing host to Timber Creek. And the Minutemen are going to seal the Classic division title.
Carney thought was in the end zone, and Carney's coming out. You can't come out of the end zone, though, but apparently it was short of the goal line because, Owen Morris was right there. But we have that again, David? This is interesting. Watch where he catches this ball, Mike. I want you to stop it, Dave, exactly where he catches the ball. Right where he catches it, stop the film. Is that in the end zone?
Wow, look. Fisher's looking right at it.
Owen's looking right at it. I'll get a phone call on this, right? Attaboy, Owen. He's got it.
Is it because he bobbled it, though?
No, the ball never crossed the plane.
Right.
So, excellent.
So
his eyes are all over it.
It's not the feet, it's the ball.
It's the ball.
Crossing the plane.
Yeah, first down, play fake. Sincere Ebanks to the 46. And good enough for first down, so says the crowd.
And this is what Williamstown's going to need to do, Chris. They're going to need to work quickly now, down by a couple of scores. You got to work quickly. There's plenty of time, but Kingsway's done a good job of really draining the clock, too, tonight. That first half went by pretty quickly when you get in a steady diet of Cole Denick.
Who has the 2 rushing touchdowns. First down throw. That's behind the line of scrimmage. And not much there for that Elijah Campbell. No, it wasn't Elijah Campbell. That's Van Berry.
That was made by number 4.
He goes Van Berry, number 8. So no gain, or a gain of 1 now. Second down and 9.
Kingsway's won the last 2 meetings between these squads by the score of 63-7 between last year and 2023.
Ebanks in motion, fake. Here's Prunty in open space, gets away from 1, gets into Kingsway territory. He's down to the 49-yard line.
Foreman went down there late too at the end of that play. I thought maybe a flag might get thrown in there. It was kind of close. You see him in the background there behind Prunty. Now he kind of walks away, or walks out of the picture. But he was, I think, a little banged up on that one.
So third down and about 4.
And again, Washington Township leading 28-0 that game going to the third quarter. So Township's going to win the Classic Division title this season.
They are a solid team from top to bottom. Foreman, screen, set up. Trey Alexander, first down and more. Down inside the 40-yard line. The Braves on the move in this first drive of the second half. after they gave up an opening kickoff return for a touchdown, 87 yards officially for Mason Bryant.
That's what we've seen from Trey this year. Rather than being the one getting hit, he's the one dishing out the punishment at the end of his runs. That, of course, a catch, but nevertheless, you get my point. He's handing it to other people rather than taking the licks this year.
From the 36, Alexander up the middle, and he runs right into Hernandez after a gain of 3, and officials then blow the play dead, so forward progress will put him at the 34-yard line.
It looked like Alexander was going to run past Hernandez, and Hernandez just kind of got him around the waist, said, "Not so fast, my friend," and just reeled him in.
Yeah.
Trey's legs were still going, but he was not picking up any territory there. So Hernandez, good strength, good power there to make that stop. 55 for Kingsway.
At the 34, Prunty in motion, and he's got it. On the jet sweep, Prunty fights his way to the sideline. He's to the 29. Will be a couple of yards short. 3rd and 2 for the Braves. And a big drive here to get some points, like you said, Mike.
I like the idea, though, of mixing things up, Chris, and getting Prunty the ball in different situations. We talked about this last week, too, where they were able to kind of get him the ball in some space, let him kind of make his own lanes and create some things himself. You're getting a good look at him right there, number 1 for this Williamstown team. He's been a real good contributor as a junior.
Ebanks in motion. It's a fake, and Foreman is buried, and Hernandez does it again.
Jordan Big J Hernandez!
And that is a drive killer. Loss of 7.
Hernandez came into the season with just 28 total tackles, but he's been a monster tonight.
And they're not sure if they're going to punt or not here.
He had the sack. He was in on the tackle on the safety. He's been a monster.
He has, and the PA announcer lets everybody know when it's him.
Big J.
Big J. At midfield, boys round to standing. This is his 4th punt of the night. Pop up. Let's see what the bounce goes. It goes sideways. Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So that's a 16-yard punt. Kingsway back on offense. 7:11 left in the 3rd, and you can see the score. This half opened with an 87-yard kickoff return for touchdown by Mason Bryant.
Yeah, that was obviously, call me Captain Obvious, that was certainly not the way the Braves wanted to start this second half, and certainly puts them in a hole here that they're going to be chasing the rest of this one. Need a couple stops.
DeNick's first carry of the second half. And chugging along across the 40.
Carry by number 20, DeNick.
About 6 yards. Sorry, across the 30, my bad. See, that's the 30, right, Mike? Ready for some hot chocolate?
There you go. It is the 30.
Ready for some hot chocolate?
Sure.
I'm going to send someone to get us some hot chocolate.
I'll take anything.
It's cold.
I'll take anything warm.
How about a blanket?
I'll pass on that. I'm good. I'm good. Good enough
Let's
for
go to
now.
the car for that.
The night is young.
The night is young. Second and 4. DeNick's got a first down. He's tripped up as he went to the second level. They'll mark it at the 38-yard line. First down, Kingsway.
Campbell in on that hit, it looked like, diving across, and DeNick jumping, trying to get over him, and he got a little dinged up on the elbow there, you see.
You would think that the Williamstown faithful that you hear very clearly because they're near a microphone on a camera is sitting right next to us. They are not. We are all alone in our little corner of the world here.
Well, we just have great audio and great mics all over the place to bring you all the hard-hitting action, as they say.
Absolutely. 3 more yards for Denick off the right side. No, that's not Denick. That is Painter. Got lost in there. Remember, we're calling this from a monitor because we can't see anything when the ball goes this way. All we see are bodies on the sidelines.
And I mentioned earlier about Painter. He's a senior, really not used a ton this season. He only had 5 carries coming into tonight for 16 yards. So he's getting some opportunities here tonight. Senior night, homecoming, all that, and getting a chance.
Play fake on 2nd down. Denick is open. And he's down inside the Brave 35-yard line. Campbell chased him down, and Prunty finished him.
Campbell grabbed onto him, and Denick just drug him for about 5 yards. Watch the end of this play. Strong kid is Denick, I mean, and he's just a junior, so he's going to be a guy that to watch next year. But here you go. He grabbed him around the almost 10 yards. He was close to the 35 when he first got his hands on him, and Denick just, with that momentum, just kept on dragging. The dragon.
Dragging, yeah. See what you did there?
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. It's Elijah Still, the senior.
His first carry of the night.
Had some really good games last year against Williamstown.
He came in with 16 carries for 62 yards and a touchdown.
He got 6 yards on that carry, and it's 2nd down and 4 as we tick down to 4 minutes left here in the 3rd.
As a team this year, coming into tonight, Kingsway, 203 carries for 995 yards. So they're averaging almost 5 yards a carry, and there's 21 rushing touchdowns.
This is a sweep around to the near side, and that's Luca Lentini. 1st down for Kingsway. Inside
Prunty
25.
Prunty number 1 with the stop for the Braves.
Oh, got a flag down. And it's going to go against Kingsway. It's a hold. And if we can see that play again, maybe we can find out who the culprit was. What do you think, Mike?
Of tackles this year, 32 total tackles for Prunty. Let's see.
Find the hold.
Right there, 73, I think.
There you go. I'll
against
buy it.
Ezeraku.
I'll buy it. Best flag throw of the night, though. Did you see Mike Bartram? He left his feet.
Yeah, in the first half.
Yeah, that's for emphasis. So with the penalty, it's now back at the 39-yard line, and Denick. Good run on the right side. He picked up 8.
Ezeraku grabbed him around the ankle at the line of scrimmage.
Somebody's hurt on the Kingsway sideline. It's White.
It's
going to be.
Ezeraku had Denick look like he had him, and Denick just stepped right out of that grasp and kept on running. Take a look here. Watch Ezeraku 11 come up, and he's going to get him right there, and he just slips right out. Ezeraku just kind of slid down and flew out, and then White got rolled up on there at the end of the play. Oh, man, you hate to see something like that happen to a guy that's having such a good year like White.
And we have an injured Brave as well. That's why we're still at a stoppage. We have an injured Brave. We had an injured Dragon. White is on that sideline. Can we see who is hurt for the Braves?
I mentioned White, the senior wide receiver. Top pass catcher on the team with 20 this year.
That's just the huddle, but there was a player they were tending to further down right behind that huddle. Unless they were able to get him off the field.
I don't know if somebody was injured, Chris, or he was just kind of taking a knee for a second, getting a breath, or tying a shoe.
Could be. The board still, does that say 3 timeouts? I think it does. 3rd down, 8. Denick right side, and he might have his 3rd touchdown of the game. He's short. He's down to the 2.
Prunty and Ezeraku combining for the tackle. But again, Denick is just, it's another case, Chris, like we saw maybe earlier in the year where the offensive line and the running of this Kingsway team just kind of wearing down the Braves. A lot of key blocks up there, just banging people. And it was Danick with that big gain as the time starts to wind down here in the third quarter. They're going to have first and goal for the Dragons here coming up.
With 2:40 to go, the ball at the 4-yard line.
You got to believe it's going to be more Danick.
Why not? Now he has 3 touchdowns. And there's the signal from the line judge. And the Dragons score again.
Carry made by number 20, Cole Danick.
And Kingsway is putting the Braves in the rearview mirror tonight, Mike.
Yeah, and it's, I don't want to sound negative, but it's definitely, this is a really, I've been saying it all night, this is a really good Dragons offense, and it's going to be a challenge to keep them down all night. The Kingsway defense, the Williamstown defense did a great job in the first half, kept them to just 14 points, but the Dragons getting that kickoff return, and now Danick able to blast his way down for the score here. It's just, again, a matter, like I said, they had trouble against Seneca early this year with a good running game. Shawnee with a pretty good running game that gave the Braves some fits. And then they did kind of right the ship a bit and able to defend it. But, Delsea did the same thing, Chris. I think their running game, too, was a little bit of a tough one to handle for the Braves. That's, I guess, just that physicality part of it, right?
Yeah.
And you've got some teams with some seniors, some guys that have been around a couple years on their offensive lines, and maybe that's, the edge that some of these teams have had against the Braves, because this is a young team, a young Williamstown team, and you've got some guys that are experienced in the trenches up front for some of these other teams, and that's where you see the Braves kind of start to get worn down in the second half.
Another Kingsway touchdown. And with 2:27 to go and the Burlingame extra point, it's Kingsway 29 and the Braves 7 here tonight. I'm going to see if I can task Mr. Shute and if he can look into his crystal ball and find the seedings that he thinks are going to be the thing for next week, postseason. And this is Burlingame. They haven't kicked it much to Prunty. That's been Carney back there. And he had a problem with all 3 of them at some point. Here's Prunty from the 3. Prunty is across the 30. Flag is down. I believe that's not a flag.
There is 2 flags on the ball.
Yep, there's 2, not 1. 2.
So right now, Chris, we're right in the middle of this crowd, huh? But right now, when you look at the, here's another look at the replay first, and get the penalties here and all that.
Let's see, 2 flags.
Is holding on to Williamstown. They will start first.
He didn't throw one, so it wasn't on that side. But in any event, it is against the Braves, and with 2:20 to go, Tyson Foreman, they'll go to work at the 20-yard line. First down, Alexander to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
So when you look at the power rankings, Chris, Washington Township comes into this week as the obvious number 1 in South Jersey Group 5. The Braves checking in at number 12, so that's a good spot for them. They're behind Eastern, behind Cherokee. Interesting spot for them. And I guess the way they do that wraparound seeding stuff, it's going to be an interesting spot for them.
Prunty. Intended receiver, that's incomplete.
two guys running down the field with Prunty there, trying to get it to him.
Tommy Gardler, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Let's make some noise for the Dragons defense.
So Williamstown, right now, you know, we're 22-point deficit here. They're at number 12 in the seedings, or in the PowerPoint rankings. They and Williamstown are kind of neck and neck. So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see where that sorts out. Just checking the numbers at gridironnewjersey.com is kind of a place, a resource for that.
So we have a false start against the Braves, so we can dig into this a little more. So you haven't gone into your crystal ball. Go into your crystal ball. Where do you see the Braves next week?
That'll be a 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 16.
I'm going to work on that.
You better.
They'll definitely be on the road.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, there's the touchdown call. And this draw play doesn't get anywhere near it as Alexander is taken down after a short gain on 3rd down, and it'll be another Braves punt.
Carried by number 5, Trey Alexander.
And now you can see the dejection, Trey Alexander.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, which would be an interesting matchup. Right now, I think Williamstown might match up with Rancocas Valley.
Well,
that would be a pretty interesting matchup, considering what Williamstown did to them earlier this year.
Boys run, fair catch by Mason, who fooled me. He did not have a hamstring problem, Mason Bryant. 56 seconds left in the 3rd.
So
Wade Inge, who is basically Williamstown royalty. I mean, his kids played there, and he from time to time would be a fill-in for Coffee. And he said to me, more than likely, it will be Southern Regional.
Really?
Yes.
Let's see.
We trust Wade. I don't know if he's listening in or not, but he usually does.
Yeah, they're in the mix there too. Southern Regional, Rancocas Valley, Old Bridge. It all depends on the results of tonight. But I think you're probably looking at one of those 3 teams, and none of them are short trips by bus. I mean, you're talking about RV, Old Bridge, or Southern. They're all in various directions.
Where's Oak Ridge?
Old Bridge. Old Bridge.
Oh.
Not new, but Old Bridge.
5, we'll call it 2nd and 5.
5-yard gain on 1st down. It's 2nd and 5 for the Dragons. They're up 29-7, and this most likely will be the final play of the 3rd quarter tonight. And you're keeping score on the AccuWeather scoreboard. It is now 49 degrees. And when you're not moving, it feels a lot colder than that. Handoff for Danick. He's going to be short of the 1st down. He takes it down to the 40, and that will take us to the 4th quarter tonight. 29-7 Kingsway on BFA.
Check it out.
Pizza Hut's rippable, dippable, cheesy bites pizza in Ranch Lover's Flight with 3 flavors is a game changer. With 28 cheesy-filled bites, everyone's gonna be dunking it. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lover's Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
New crafted flats from Pizza Hut are just $5 each till 5 p.m. Choose from 5 handcrafted recipes you won't want to share.
Mom!
And you don't have to. The new crafted flats, just $5 each till 5 p.m. and available till close. Only at Pizza Hut.
Welcome back. We are in Swedesboro, New Jersey. We're right off of 322 and Kingsway Highway. Chris Lozzi and Mike Shute with you. I'm going to get a shot. As if you notice, if we get closer, it's because it's getting even chillier. How about that?
Yeah, we got it.
I mean, it's for warmth only, just so you know. I mean, I don't like you that much.
I don't blame you. I don't like me that much either, quite honestly. But again, looking at that, the playoff possibilities, right? You got the interesting thing is RV is up in there in that mix of the top 5-6 teams. They're 4-4. Everybody else around them is 7-1, Chris.
Yeah.
So it tells you the strength of the schedule that RV plays I mean, they've had some tough games this year. Of course, Williamstown did beat them, but you know, a 4-4 squad is up in there in the mix with 7-1 teams. So it talks a lot about the strength of the schedule for RV, but also the teams in their division of the West Jersey Football League as well.
At the 40-yard line, Kingsway will start the fourth quarter. They're down. Denick, left side. Look at him go. Just explodes out of that backfield. And he's all the way down to the 22, and he's over 100 yards now for the game.
And it's just been a really good season for him all around. I mentioned he's over 20 TDs total on the season. Or I think over, 20 rushing touchdowns on the season? No, 20 total. Having a great year for him. Strong, powerful guy. And Kingsway could make some... Kingsway can make some adjustments. I'm sorry. Kingsway can really, have a pretty... Kingsway has a really nice streak going, Chris. They've been to the sectional semifinal each of the last 3 years, I think it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're a team that, wants to try and get over the hump this year, and they've got a lot of seniors that are trying to do that.
Zaire Painter up the middle.
By number 5, Zaire Painter. Gain of about 4, 6.
4-yard gain for Painter. Second down and 6.
On that last play for the Braves, 59, Cordell Peace made the tackle. Just wanted to give him a shout out there, the big man making the hit. Just a freshman, but 6'3", 250 for this Williamstown team. You see him right there in the right at the left defensive tackle spot.
Frank's got to find a shirt to fit him. Second and 6. It's a cutback run for Licciardello, and he is going to be short of a first down.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
5'8", 155 for Aiden Licciardello. What do you think of him?
He's got good speed. I mean, we've seen him take off on some of these little misdirection type plays, right? Little kind of almost gadgety type plays. And that's the kind of thing you want to see out of a guy like that, with the speed and kind of getting those little misdirection quick hit type plays where he can find some space and take off. Just a junior for this team.
Of course, now Kingsway using all the play clock before they snap it. And Denick up the middle is touchdown number 4.
Carry made by number 20, Cole.
And this is the Cole Denick show, folks.
Touchdown. There's a flag on the play.
And I think he just got an unsportsmanlike on the celebration. You see it?
Denick and Hernandez posing for that photographer down there in the corner.
Yeah.
Actually, the photographer right there underneath the goalpost. They kind of posed up for him.
Let it go, let it go.
It was from this camera where you had a better angle on that.
See if we can let this run, Dave, all the way through.
See the photographer there underneath the goalpost. Yeah.
So
Braves will take it on the kickoff, right?
Yeah.
Will be assessed on the kickoff.
Hey, but look, if I'm those two guys in that situation, I want a nice shot for the yearbook, and maybe that's what that guy's doing. So
they kind of tell us this Burlingame's extra point is good. They kind of tell us that if it's something that's like in the heat of the moment, the excitement, spontaneity has to be a part of it, right? But if it's a deliberate act, like what they're doing in the NFL, like you want to run all the way into the end zone and pose.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Those are deliberate acts. I mean, that was just a spontaneous reaction to a touchdown. So, but then again, I mean, I referee Saturdays, I broadcast Fridays.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about the Williamstown season, Chris, the regular season.
Sure.
Right? So we went through it at Seneca, tough loss, a 1-score loss, 23-15. They lost home against Shawnee, 24-21, another 1-score loss. Okay, then they come back and we're out in Chichester. We're out there for that win, 28-13. Then a couple of tough weeks in a row with Timber Creek, in Washington Township, losing 26-7, 38-7. Come back, beat Rancocas Valley, beat Cherokee. Braves score 21 in each of those games and hold the other team under 20, right? 21-18, 21-14. And they hold Delsea last week to just 13. And you think that might be enough to pull out the win, but they fall 13-7. But again, reminder, all these teams in New Jersey that Williamstown played this season all made the postseason. And they're all probably going to make the postseason this year as well, it looks like. Delsea might be on the edge, but they're playing a tough schedule every year. And then you look at the South Jersey Sports Zone top 15 rankings. Washington Township's number 2, Kingsway's number 6, RV is number 10, Shawnee's number 11, Seneca's number 14. So 5 of the teams you played are ranked in that top 15 this year.
Prunty trying to get started on this one, and he will be stopped at the 43-yard line.
Williamstown also received votes in that ranking. They were under consideration in those South Jersey Sports Zone rankings. So, there's no joke schedule that the Braves play and have played the last couple of years. So, credit to them for what they've been able to do, building up a playoff resume. They're going to get a postseason opportunity. Last year, of course, Camden Eastside that they faced off with in the postseason. I forget now. Let me take a double.
You got the magic book with you, but you can't see because there's no light out here.
Camden Eastside, but that was a consolation game, right? So it was not a playoff game last year. But they came up with a 44-14 win in that game. So despite the fact that it wasn't a playoff game, look what they did. They showed up, they played, and that, I think, set the momentum for this year and something to build on, right? And they did build on that. Just a 2-win season last year. They've got 3 so far this year. It's a game of improvement, a game of getting better, and they've done that. And they're still young.
Especially with this guy right here, Foreman. Airs it out over the middle. Campbell's open. Elijah Campbell will take it. Touchdown.
How about
nice
that?
Ball from Foreman.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I was talking about, right? A guy getting better each game. And Foreman has gotten better as the season's going on. No question. Look at this throw. I mean, right there, on the money. Beautiful.
79 yards. It was Campbell streaking right down the middle of the field, and he burned Tommy Gardner. Gardner, obviously not one of the starters in the secondary, and Campbell ran right by him. And this Cole Snyder extra point would still make it a 3-score game. Now the officials weren't ready for the configuration of the point after yet, because they were assessing an unsportsmanlike penalty against Williamstown, where they were administering it, and that'll be assessed on the kickoff. And now you're watching at home, and there's DiPietropolo, great job getting that snap down for Snyder. The extra point is good. But if you're watching at home, and you say, not sportsmanlike, you're celebrating and you're losing by 22 points with 9:23 left in the fourth quarter. But think about it, Mike. I mean, again, something spontaneous. It wasn't planned. That's where I draw the line as an official. It's like, come on, give me the ball. It's got to be something that, you rehearsed.
Right.
How's that?
I would think so.
Choreographed.
We didn't necessarily see everything either from down our end here where we are. So who's to say exactly what the final thing was? But you hate to kind of see some of that. I always would say, I coach, my kids and stuff, and they're some of their sports, and I would just say, look, if we're losing, you got nothing to showboat about. You're look at the scoreboard, go run back to the huddle or get back at the end of the court if you made a great shot or if you whatever. So, I think you just got to be smart in situations like this, because we've seen crazier things. They're only down 22. You get a turnover, something could happen, so don't give away field position. Don't give away anything at this point. Also, want to give a shout out to Cole Snyder. Chris. He's had a very good year. 2 for 2 on extra points tonight. He's 17 for 18 this year on extra points. He's done a really nice job. Hasn't had a bunch of field goal attempts, but I think he's got, 2 he's made this year?
Pulled one last week.
Yeah. So, he's done a nice job on the extra points. Hit them all. He's reliable.
Speaking of, who is the Minnesota Vikings kicker?
Who's the what?
Minnesota Vikings place kicker. Weichler.
I don't know.
He hit a cable in one of the international games.
Really?
Al Michaels mentioned it in the broadcast, and there goes Mason Bryant again, and he's down into Williamstown territory with 9:14 to go. He hit a cable on a field goal attempt. And Al Michaels mentioned it on the broadcast last night, Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
And the NFL asked him to please correct that statement. And you should have heard Al Michaels' response.
Oh, really?
The NFL trying to take my lunch from me.
Really?
Yep. So we'll go with that. But the ball hit the cable, and everybody.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, so I don't know. This was the Thursday night game that was just
last
played,
night.
right?
Yeah. Big Brother is always listening.
Interesting.
Yeah. First down, Kingsway at the 42. They're up by 22. 9:14 to go.
I mean, they must have shown the replay. Did it hit it or did it not?
The NFL told Al Michaels to tell everybody it was an optical illusion.
Really?
Yeah. Because they don't want to make them look bad, because obviously that configuration is for soccer. As Denick takes it up the middle.
Well, was it one of those camera cables?
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
That reminds me of a punt that one of the Eagles, I forget who it was. Maybe it was Tommy Hunt. It was at the new place in Jerry World. Hit the scoreboard.
Oh, right. Yeah,
And they denied it, and they wouldn't let him re-kick it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I do remember seeing a situation where they did have a re-kick like that on a ball that hit something.
And one of the Eagles at the link hit a cable, too.
Yeah, I think that was the one where they re-kicked it.
No, they didn't. And then the Eagles were
I know I remember
unhappy,
seeing
to
one
say
like
the
that,
least.
yeah. I remember seeing one where that happened.
It's Elijah Still, by the way.
Hey, by the way, at the beginning of this game, Chris, we saw our great graphics that we have. This is Tony Barchuk Field at Kingsway High School. Coach Barchuk was at the helm of this football team for 37 years at Kingsway.
Jeez.
He also coached softball at Kingsway. Great guy. It's cool that they named the stadium after him. But Barchuk, 37 years. This is like Hendricks. It's his 10th year, I think, at the helm of the Dragons.
Yeah,
so they've only had 2 coaches in the last, almost 50 years of football at this school. So, when you have consistency like that, and kind of, that just the messaging, right, stays the same. The kids in the youth league coming up know what to expect. That helps breed, good traditions and success. And we're seeing that from what Coach Hendricks has been able to do here at Kingsway.
J.D. Johnson is in at quarterback, as you had mentioned, and probably rightfully so. Mark Hendricks. He put the brakes on David Orovitz. His night's over.
Well, he's back in there now.
And now he's back in there. So you look up, and now he's back in. Nick to the 21.
So Hendricks took over in 2016. That was his first season for
10 years.
For the Dragons. Well, they of course, he was a great player at Rowan. He was a linebacker at Rowan when the Profs went to a bunch of those Stag Bowl championship games, Division III championship games. So he was a really awesome linebacker for the Profs back then.
Was Jay Accorsi the coach then?
No, the head coach was K.C. Keeler, who of course is now the Temple head coach.
Yeah.
Keeler was the offensive coordinator, and that's of course right down 322 from where we are. So probably about 8 miles east on 322 down at Rowan, but. Hendricks, like I said, was a really excellent player. He coached for a time at James Madison University and was an assistant at Rowan as well for a time, and then was teaching and coaching at Lenape before he wound up here at Kingsway. And he's done a nice job building the program and kind of getting them to a real nice spot where they're contending every year. They're always in the hunt for their division, and they're always, the last few years, getting to the sectional semifinals in Group 5.
6 minutes to go. Orifitz, hands off, up the middle, touchdown in the end zone goes Painter.
Zaire Painter.
And that is the 5th rushing touchdown of the game for the Dragons. And with 5:51 to go, it's a big lead for Kingsway. You know, you mentioned Rowan is 8 miles away. That 8 miles, 322 takes about 40 minutes. So you know.
I know that too well.
Yeah.
For Painter, though, senior gets a chance to score a touchdown tonight. His first touchdown of the season on senior night. That's a special thing for him, and I think his family's going to be thrilled with that, and he's going to be thrilled with that as well.
Well, he definitely lost some playing time because we called his name an awful lot last year. 2 years in a row, actually. And Koldenik has taken over that starting running back position. He had extra point from Burlingame was good. He's perfect on the night you mentioned. And with 5:51 to go, it's 43-14. So again, I'm going to tell you what Wade Inger's talking about when he mentioned the possibilities for the postseason for Williamstown. And again, he said Southern Region. They're the top, I believe. What's that? They'll be the top seed in this. I think they put them in. Do they still put them in like the pods?
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? That's why I was having a little trouble trying to figure it out. The 1 team is township, right? And then they'll get to pick if they want to be in Central or South. They'll most likely pick South, I would imagine.
Sure.
And then the 2 seed would then be the one, they would move to the Central. They'd be the one in the Central. And then they just go back and forth from there. So, township then would play whoever the 16 seed is, and then they build the brackets that way. So it's an interesting, way they do it. You just have South and you just have North. You don't have any of this Central anymore, and then they build it like that. So, right, it's 8 teams in each group. So Williamstown will be in the mix there. And like I said, they'll probably play, like they mentioned, Southern. Any of those teams right in that range there, Rancocas Valley, Southern, and Old Bridge would be my guess.
Prunty with another chance, stays on his feet, and is able to keep it alive. And a return up to the 28-yard line, 43-14 with 5:40 to go. Last year, Braves, 1 win, went to the postseason, right? Lost to Cherokee.
No, last year they got in, and they played a consolation game. They beat Camden Eastside in that consolation game, 44-14.
Cherokee was 2 years ago.
Must have been 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think you're right. But in any event, look, 3 wins this year. They're going to finish the season at 3-6. Could easily have been 5-4. There's no doubt about that. And there's a lot to look forward to for this team. And they are going to get to the postseason. And you know the old adage, Mike, right? Everybody's 0-0.
That is true. The other thing is it's going to be valuable. I mean, you're still a young team, so it's going to be valuable experience for these guys going forward. Foreman's a sophomore. Your leading rusher is a sophomore. Prunty is a junior. So I think there's a lot to look forward to for this squad for sure.
That was,
and the season, like I said, and like you said, the season's not over. They do have a playoff game this year. Anything can happen if the Braves can put forth, a solid defensive effort like they have done in a bunch of these games. They're going to give themselves a chance.
I think we were assuming that, but I think it's a safe assumption that there will be the postseason for the Braves.
Yeah, I think where they sit, they still should be able to make it.
So Wilder's now in the backfield, and the quarterback now
recovered by number 3, Chris Wilder,
is Dylan Heverly, sophomore.
Number 59.
To run out the string for Frank Fusatola.
Wilder, senior, getting a chance here to get some snaps in and get an opportunity. Probably one of those kids, Chris, that's been in the program for 4 years, right? And you want to reward him. You want to give him that opportunity to get a couple of chances.
There's a throw near side. Mike Jones, 41, and good enough for Williamstown first down.
Jones, another senior on this squad as well. So good to see some of these guys out there making some plays.
Well, there's no
Actually,
doubt.
Jones listed as a junior in one of these things, so I see him as a senior, though, on the roster.
Yep, and they do it the right way here at Williamstown. You know, Frank, always mindful, get the seniors in games, and he's done just that. And Wilder is pushed back for a gain of a couple to the 43, and again we watch the clock down to 3:45 to go. What else is going on, Mike? Oh, tonight is game 1 of the World Series.
Meh.
What'd you say?
Ugh.
Ugh. Snell for the Dodgers.
So I shortchanged the Dragons a little bit, Chris. As we see Wilder get across midfield.
To the marker. They're going to give it to him? Go on, give it to him. Yep, they gave it to him.
So I said the last 3 years they've been to the sectional semifinals. They've actually been to the sectional semifinals every year since 2019.
You shortchanged them, all right.
Yeah. Of course, there were no playoffs in 2020 from COVID, but 19, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that's 5 years in a row, including 3 trips to the final and a sectional championship in 2021. So, this team has some confidence. They have 7 starters from that team last year who are back on the offense, 6 on the defense. They had a ton of seniors. So this is a dangerous team, I think, in Kingsway, for sure.
2-yard gain. Wilder 2nd and 8. And this is a situation, again, where I think Heverly's just going to hand off. And just as he says that, I say that, he throws the ball instead. And there's Jones. Down to the 40, short of a first down. 3rd and short coming up, 2:13 left. So now we wait. When all the games are done, and then whoever those bean counters are, and bracketology, whatever Joe Lenardi does. What's he do?
Bracketology.
Yeah, right. So they're going to do, and not going to come out of the room until they have the entire seating put together. And first down for the Braves. Chris Wilder with a first down carry. And, you wait to see where you're going to go. But thankfully, we're in a postseason. And again, we are basing this on what, Mike?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What was that?
What are we basing? He's doing all his homework.
The band was playing
loud.
loud.
I know. What are we basing this postseason appearance on specifically? PowerPoints from which games?
I think it's a combination of all of the entire season, right?
But what are the games? But which ones are the ones that really, as everybody puts it up in the air, incomplete?
So go ahead. What are you saying?
I was saying to you, what?
Well, I'm looking at the numbers. The numbers I'm looking at were from Gridiron, New Jersey. So they usually map it all out.
No. Looking at the Braves' schedule this year, what were the games, in your opinion, the ones that you think put them over the top in terms of opponents? That's what I'm asking.
I got you. All right. So let's take a peek.
Sorry, I'm cold.
So you look at, they beat Rancocas Valley. They beat Cherokee. They're their only 2 South Jersey wins, right? Because the other win was against Chichester. But those are 2 excellent wins. Cherokee, as I mentioned, is ranked above them, well above them. They're in that 4, 5, 6 range of the rankings. So that's a huge win to knock them off. That got them some big points. You get points even if you lose, and you're playing the number 1 team in Washington Township, so that's going to get you something. And of course, Shawnee, the same thing, right?
Who determines the number of points for a victory and for a loss, or is it a standard thing?
There's all the formulas and stuff are all handled by the state, the NJSIA
to the 35
all that stuff.
And that ought to do it. Braves do not have to run another one. 40-second play clock, and there's only 30 seconds left. We'll see what the Braves want to do. Tonight's game was produced and directed by David Virgilio, broadcast associate, scoreboard operator is Brian Virgilio. Camera, Charles Hope, the absolute best 50-yard line man in the business. Nick Penza on the sideline. We thank them all season for their hard work. The executive producer of BFA Sports is Doug Stasic. Heverly heaves. Got a man. Touchdown. John Giacomucci. The sophomore hauls it in. Crowd like that. That's Mr. Giacomucci. Nice throw here from Heverly, though.
Yeah, he just put it out there and let the receiver run under it. He beat the man on the corner there, got in for the score.
Dominic Hernandez, senior DB. Burnt on that one, and they're going to call the game. So that's the end of the game. The touchdown extra point means nothing. In the final score, Kingsway 43 and Williamstown 20. And the Braves will finish the season at 3-6. Kingsway's at 7-2. Both teams, we believe, are into the postseason picture. Of course, Kingsway will be in one of the top seeds. And for Williamstown, we have to just wait and see. So as our final broadcast of the regular season, Mike, what are some of your final thoughts?
Well, I think I was kind of running through some of that. You know, you just look at the season that the Braves had, right? We talked about all the tough opponents. Every single New Jersey team they played made the playoffs last year, and I am of the belief that every single team probably will make the playoffs this year. Delsea might be the lone outlier there just because of the tough loss they had tonight, but it's a loss to a big mainland school. So I think overall it's a successful season, regular season for this Williamstown team.
That car's back. See the lights?
Yeah, what the heck? That is crazy.
It's a car. I don't know what it's doing. Go ahead.
So it's a great overall season for Williamstown. They improved on their number of wins last year, 1-2 last year. They got to 3 this year. The offense, much better this year. Much more dangerous, much more diverse. You had Foreman able to throw the ball, able to make things happen down the field. You had Trey Alexander, improved upon last year. Last year was more of a running back by committee. They had a lot of youth, a lot of different guys touch the ball and ran it. This year, Trey Alexander emerged as the go-to running back, as the bellwether back, as they say, right? He got the ball a lot and did great things with it. He finished with well over 600 yards on the season, on the regular season, and now they look forward to the playoffs. The defense got better as the year went on, I think. You look at the numbers, I think that bears it out. They gave up just 13 to Delsea last week. The couple weeks before that, 2 wins in a row. They gave up 14 to a good Cherokee team, gave up 18 to RV. And really, the Washington Township game, they were in it in the first half. It wasn't so. A couple of the scores were a little lopsided, but the final scores weren't as bad, maybe as the overall. You take the overall picture of that game. So for the regular season, I think it's a success for Williamstown. Again, we talked about the strength of the schedule, right? Every team that they played was a playoff team last year. Even Chichester was a Pennsylvania playoff team. Yeah. So it's not, it's not an easy road that the Braves faced, but they did quite well. And, they're going to get another chance now to prove themselves with a playoff game next week.
And that playoff game to be determined, and we will tell you when it is and where it is. And, of course, we will be there to call that game on BFA Sports. So for the entire crew, for Mike Shute, I'm Chris Lozzi. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for joining us all season. Williamstown, be proud of your Braves. A 3-6 final record for the regular season, but the postseason, we all believe, is in their future. And we look at some of the highlights from this game, including this is the Tyson Foreman to Elijah Campbell touchdown. So we say to you, good night from Swedesboro. Again, the final score, Kingsway 43, Williamstown 20. Good night, everybody.